Have you ever stopped to wonder what your favorite R&B legends look like today? Some have transformed in ways that will leave you speechless. Take Chaka Khan, for example. Her stunning appearances on American Idol and at the Kennedy Center Spring Festival revealed a dramatic evolution that had fans talking for weeks. Then there's Tevin Campbell, whose once promising career took a sharp turn after his shocking connection to a California undercover police sting, leading him to step away from the spotlight. These are just a glimpse of the incredible stories behind the faces you thought you knew. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're ready, and join us as we reveal 20 R&B stars whose transformations will make you look twice. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson wasn't just an artist. He was a global cultural phenomenon who forever changed the very meaning of music and entertainment in the 20th century. From his days as a wide-eyed child prodigy with the Jackson 5 to becoming the undisputed king of pop, his career spanned over 4 unforgettable decades. His music, his moves, and his vision continue to inspire millions across the world even today. From the very start, young Michael's soulful voice and magnetic stage presence set him apart. But when he stepped into the spotlight as a solo artist, everything changed. With Off the Wall in 1979, he carved his name into history. Then came Thriller in 1982, a seismic moment that shattered records and redefined pop culture. Thriller didn't just become the best-selling album of all time, with more than 70 million copies sold worldwide. It was a revolution. His groundbreaking music videos like Thriller, Billie Jean, and Beat It weren't just videos. They were cinematic events, blending storytelling, choreography, and special effects in ways the world had never seen. He didn't just dominate MTV, he transformed it into an art form. On stage, Michael was pure electricity. From the first note to the final bow, his concerts were spectacles of precision and passion. His live vocals soaring, his legendary moonwalk defying gravity, his spins and gestures commanding arenas packed with screaming fans. He had a rare gift, the ability to connect with audiences on a soul-deep level, turning every performance into an unforgettable experience. By blending R&B, pop, soul and rock, he broke down barriers of genre and race, bringing people together through rhythm and melody. But Michael's impact didn't end with music. He became a style icon, a dance innovator, and a humanitarian voice. Through songs like Heal the World and Earth Song, he carried messages of peace, unity, and care for the planet. His influence stretched far beyond the charts. It was cultural, spiritual, and deeply human. Yes, his personal life was often clouded in controversy, but no amount of scandal could erase the brilliance of his artistry. Michael Jackson was not just a superstar, he was a symbol of what passion, creativity, and vision can achieve. His legacy still beats strong, in every rhythm, every moonwalk, and every fan's heart across the globe. Brandy Norwood. Brandy Norwood isn't just a name in R&B, she's a legacy. Born in the small town of Macomb, Mississippi, into a deeply musical family, her path seemed destined from the very beginning. Her father, a choir director, introduced her to gospel, and by the time she was just 2 years old, Brandy was already stealing hearts with her first solo performance. She never stopped singing. As a teenager, she worked her way through talent shows and even sang backup for the group Immature before destiny called. In 1993, she signed with Atlantic Records, and the following year her debut album Brandy exploded, selling 6 million copies. Almost overnight, she wasn't just a singer, she was a star. Soon after, she crossed into television, lighting up living rooms as the lead in the hit sitcom Moesha. And then came history, Brandy as Cinderella, with Whitney Houston as her fairy godmother, in a groundbreaking TV film that shattered racial barriers and inspired millions. But her crowning moment came in 1998. The Boy Is Mine, her duet with Monica, became a cultural phenomenon, dominating airwaves and transforming Brandy into a global superstar. Her sophomore album, Never Say Never, sold a staggering 16 million copies worldwide, cementing her as one of the defining voices of her generation. Brandy's journey didn't stop at music. She embraced acting, reality television, Broadway, and even a seat at the judges' table on America's Got Talent. Yet fame is fickle. Album sales waned, media attention faded, and her career slowed. Still, she refused to vanish. In 2020, she released B7, a bold return to her roots, followed by a Christmas album in 2023. Today, Brandy is still here, still singing, still performing. But for many fans, she's no longer the unstoppable force she once was. She's something different now, a survivor, an artist who weathered the highs and lows of fame, and a reminder of just how high the spotlight can shine, and how quickly it can dim. Sisqó. In the early 2000s, Sisqó was everywhere. With his platinum blonde hair, flashy outfits and fearless stage presence, he wasn't just an R&B star, he was a phenomenon. His smash hit Thong song wasn't just a track, it became a cultural moment, blasting from every radio, dominating MTV, and turning him into a household name overnight. For a while, it seemed like nothing could stop him. But Sisqo's story didn't begin under the spotlight. As a teenager, he worked at a local fudge shop, famous for hiring employees who could sing. It was there he crossed paths with the voices that would later form Dru Hill. By 1996, they had signed with Island Records and quickly carved out their place in R&B history with hits like Tell Me and How Deep Is Your Love. Then came the turning point. When group member Woody left in the late 90s to pursue a solo career, the rest of the members began branching out. In 1999, Sisqo unleashed his own solo debut, Unleash the Dragon. The album started strong, but when Thong Song dropped in 2000, everything exploded. Suddenly, Sisqo wasn't just an artist, he was an icon. His follow-up single, Incomplete, climbed straight to #1, and at the height of his fame, he even had an action figure made in his likeness. That's how big he was. But as every star learns, fame is fleeting. In 2002, Sisqo reunited with Dru Hill, but their comeback album fell flat, costing them their recording contract. His solo career also began to stumble, and by the mid-2000s, the spotlight had dimmed. In 2015, he tried to reclaim the magic with Last Dragon, but the album barely made a ripple. Still, Sisqo never walked away from the stage. As of 2024, he continues performing for loyal fans, even making an appearance on The Masked Singer as Lizard. Though eliminated, he got to perform Thong Song once more, a bittersweet reminder of the moment when Sisqo ruled the music world. Kelly once reigned as the undisputed king of R&B. With timeless hits like I Believe I Can Fly, Ignition, and Step in the Name of Love, he dominated the charts and became one of the most celebrated voices of the 1990s and 2000s. But today, his name is no longer synonymous with music. It's tied to one of the darkest scandals in entertainment history. Born and raised in Chicago, Kelly first found his voice in the church choir. By the early 90s, his debut solo album 12 Play made him a superstar. Tracks like Bump and Grind and Your Body's Callan blended sensual R&B with irresistible hooks, cementing his place at the top of the genre. Beyond his own hits, he crafted songs for legends like Aaliyah, Whitney Houston, and even Michael Jackson. By the late 90s, his anthem I Believe I Can Fly had earned him 3 Grammys and a permanent place in pop culture. Yet behind the fame, troubling whispers followed him. Allegations of sexual misconduct, many involving underage girls, began to surface. Lawsuits and investigations came and went, but his career kept going. He even created Trapped in the Closet, a sprawling musical series that became a cultural sensation. But by the late 2010s, the facade finally shattered. The 2019 documentary Surviving R. Kelly brought decades of accusations into the spotlight, sparking outrage and triggering multiple arrests. In the years that followed, he was convicted of sex trafficking, racketeering, and other serious charges, ultimately receiving a 31-year prison sentence. Now, in 2025, R. Kelly is no longer remembered as a musical genius. Instead, he sits in a federal prison in North Carolina, a fallen icon whose legacy has been forever destroyed. Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye, born Marvin Pence Gaye Jr., wasn't just a singer, he was a force who reshaped the sound of an entire era. In the 1960s, he rose to prominence under the Motown banner, dazzling audiences with hits like Stubborn Kinda Fellow, Can I Get a Witness, and the unforgettable I Heard It Through the Grapevine, a song that catapulted him into global superstardom. His tender duets with Tammy Terrell, especially Ain't No Mountain High Enough, became timeless Motown treasures, forever celebrated for their breathtaking vocal chemistry. But it was in the 1970s that Marvin truly stepped into his genius. Breaking free from Motown's tight creative grip, he began crafting music on his own terms. His 1971 masterpiece What's Going On changed everything. It wasn't just an album, it was a bold social statement, addressing war, injustice, and environmental destruction with a depth and sensitivity that redefined soul music. 2 years later, he shifted the conversation again with Let's Get It On, a sensual yet tasteful celebration of love and intimacy, proving that Marvin's artistry knew no bounds. What set Gaye apart was his voice, a miraculous instrument that glided effortlessly from soaring falsetto to smooth baritone, carrying the fire of gospel and the vulnerability of raw emotion. Through his music, he told stories of love, longing, joy, and the fears of a troubled world, making every song feel personal and universal at once. Though his life was tragically cut short in 1984, Marvin Gaye's influence has never faded. His sound continues to echo through R&B, soul, pop, and hip-hop, shaping generations of artists who followed. More than just a legend, Marvin remains a symbol of how music can touch the soul, challenge society, and leave behind a legacy too powerful to ever be silenced. Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was far more than a singer. she was a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon. With a voice that soared effortlessly across octaves, she earned the title The Voice, a name that still echoes today. Her sound was a flawless fusion of gospel, R&B, and pop, redefining vocal excellence and reshaping the very landscape of modern music. She broke barriers, shattered records, and opened doors for countless black artists who would follow in her footsteps. Her meteoric rise began with her self-titled debut album in 1985, an instant classic that produced global hits like Saving All My Love for You and Greatest Love of All. By the early 90s, she wasn't just a superstar, she was untouchable. Her recording of I Will Always Love You for the Bodyguard soundtrack became a cultural earthquake, topping charts around the world and cementing itself as one of the best-selling singles in history. To this day, no artist has matched her record of 7 consecutive No. 1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100. But behind the dazzling success, Whitney's life was also marked by turbulence and personal battles. Yet even in her darkest moments, her unmatched gift never dimmed. Her music carried hope, love, and raw emotion that resonated with millions. By the time she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Whitney had already secured her place as the undisputed queen of pop and R&B. Her voice was not just powerful, it was eternal, an instrument of pure emotion that continues to inspire generations of artists. Whitney Houston's legacy is more than music, it's a timeless reminder of what it means to touch hearts across the world. Beyoncé. Beyoncé Giselle Knowles-Carter, known to the world simply as Beyoncé, is more than just a superstar. She's a cultural force, a global icon, and one of the most influential artists of the 21st century. A symbol of strength, female empowerment, and relentless innovation, she has reshaped what it means to be an entertainer. From her early days as the standout voice of Destiny's Child to being crowned the undisputed queen of global music, Beyoncé has built a career that is both dazzling and groundbreaking. Her 2003 solo debut, Dangerously in Love, exploded onto the scene with classics like Crazy in Love and Baby Boy, instantly establishing her as a solo powerhouse. She followed with era-defining albums, Birthday, 2006, I Am. Sasha Fierce, 2008, with the global anthem Single Ladies, Put a Ring on It, and 4, 2011, each proving her ability to blend commercial success with artistic depth. But it was her revolutionary visual albums, Beyoncé, 2013, and Lemonade, 2016, that elevated her to another level. These weren't just records, they were multimedia experiences, fusing music, film, and storytelling into bold statements on feminism, black identity, love, and resilience. Her recent projects, Renaissance, 2022, and Cowboy Carter, 2024, pushed boundaries once again, exploring dance, disco, and even country, showing that Beyoncé isn't just following trends, she's creating them. On stage, she is unmatched. With her powerhouse vocals, flawless choreography, and stunning live productions, Beyoncé transforms concerts into larger-than-life spectacles. Her performances are not just shows, they're experiences, carefully crafted expressions of her artistic vision that leave audiences breathless. Beyond music, Beyoncé is a cultural trailblazer. She has shaped fashion, championed feminism, celebrated black culture, and inspired millions to embrace confidence and independence. With a record-shattering collection of awards, including the title of Most Awarded Artist in Grammy history, her impact extends far beyond charts and trophies. Beyoncé's true legacy lies not only in her timeless hits or her historic accolades, but in the way she redefined the role of women in the music industry. She has proven that an artist can be both vulnerable and powerful, deeply personal yet universally inspiring. In doing so, Beyoncé has become more than an entertainer. She is a living symbol of creativity, resilience, and global influence. Rihanna. Rihanna, born Robin Rihanna Fenty, is more than just a superstar. She's one of the most influential figures of the 21st century, reshaping music, fashion, and business on a global scale. Raised in Barbados, she rose from a small island girl with big dreams to a world icon, breaking barriers and redefining what it means to be a modern, multifaceted artist. From the start, Rihanna proved unstoppable. Her 2005 debut single Pon de Replay introduced her signature blend of dancehall and R&B to the world, and soon she was dominating charts with smash hits like SOS, Umbrella, Disturbia, Rude Boy, and Only Girl in the World. Each release showcased her gift for reinvention, creating a sound and image that evolved with every era. Her 2007 album Good Girl Gone Bad marked a defining moment, transforming her from a fresh teen talent into a bold, confident icon who commanded the stage like no one else. But Rihanna's empire extends far beyond music. With the launch of Fenty Beauty in 2017, she revolutionized the cosmetics industry by championing inclusivity, offering foundation shades for every skin tone. Its instant success cemented her status as not just a performer, but a visionary entrepreneur. She pushed further into fashion, partnering with luxury giant LVMH to create Fenty, becoming the first black woman to lead a luxury brand under the conglomerate. Philanthropy is also at the core of who she is. Through her Clara Lionel Foundation, Rihanna has funded education, healthcare, and disaster relief worldwide, using her influence to create real change. Today, Rihanna stands as a trailblazer, a music legend, a business mogul, a style icon, and a philanthropist who continues to inspire millions. She is not just a star of her generation, she is a force shaping the culture of our time.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys, born Alicia Ajello Cook, is far more than just a singer-songwriter and pianist. She is one of the defining artists of the 21st century. Blending R&B, soul, hip-hop, and classical influences with breathtaking ease, she has built a sound that is as powerful as it is timeless. With her soaring voice, poetic songwriting, and innate mastery of the piano, Keys has created music that not only resonates deeply with listeners but also delivers messages that inspire and empower. Her meteoric rise began in 2001 with the release of her debut album Songs in a Minor. Fueled by hits like Fallon and A Woman's Worth, the record became a worldwide sensation, earning her 5 Grammy Awards, including Best New Artist. Fallon, with its haunting piano chords and raw emotional intensity, captured the pain and beauty of love in a way that defined an era. That first album didn't just showcase her talent, it sparked a new wave of R&B that reconnected the genre with the roots of soul and blues. Keys followed this triumph with a string of critically acclaimed and commercially successful albums. The Diary of Alicia Keys, 2003, featuring classics like If I Ain't Got You and You Don't Know My Name, cemented her reputation as a powerhouse songwriter. As I Am, 2007, led by the global anthem No One, further established her as a voice of both vulnerability and strength. Beyond her own catalog, she has collaborated with some of the world's biggest artists, proving her artistry as a lyricist, composer, and arranger. But Alicia Keys' story extends far beyond music. Her songs often carry deeply personal and socially conscious themes: love, loss, resilience, empowerment, and justice, reflecting her evolution as both an artist and a woman. Off-stage, she has become a symbol of authenticity and natural beauty, famously pioneering the no-makeup movement. As a passionate activist, she has championed humanitarian causes and spoken out for social justice, earning respect not just as a performer but as a changemaker. With 15 Grammy Awards and countless other honors, Alicia Keys has already etched her name among the legends. Yet her greatest achievement lies in how she uses her art and her platform, not only to entertain, but to elevate, inspire, and remind the world of the power of truth, beauty, and soul.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars, born Peter Jean Hernandez, is more than just a chart-topping superstar. He's a musical force who has mastered the art of blending timeless genres like funk, soul, R&B, pop, disco, and rock into something entirely his own. With his golden voice, electrifying stage presence, and unmatched talent as a songwriter and producer, Bruno has carved out a style that feels both retro and refreshingly modern, resonating across generations. His rise began in the early 2010s, when he transitioned from writing and producing for other artists to stepping into the spotlight himself. In 2010, his debut singles Just the Way You Are and Grenade catapulted him into global stardom, while his first album Doo-Wops and Hooligans proved he was no one-hit wonder. By 2012, his second album, Unorthodox Jukebox, showed his fearless versatility, serving up reggae rock hits like Locked Out of Heaven alongside heart-wrenching ballads like When I Was Your Man. But Bruno's true cultural explosion came with 24K Magic in 2016 and his Silk Sonic collaboration with Anderson .Paak. With throwback anthems like 24K Magic, Finesse, and That's What I Like, he reignited the glory days of 80s and 90s funk and R&B, sweeping the Grammys with wins for Album, Record, and Song of the Year. On stage, Bruno Mars is not just a performer, he's a party in motion. His concerts are electrifying spectacles filled with flawless choreography, a powerhouse live band, and the kind of contagious energy that makes it impossible to stay still. With 15 Grammy Awards and countless accolades, Bruno has proven himself not only as a commercial powerhouse but also as an artist who honors music's rich history while reinventing it for today. He is living proof that raw talent, relentless work ethic, and a gift for capturing the spirit of the times can create a global icon. One who never fails to deliver joy, rhythm, and unforgettable performances.
John Legend.
John Legend, born John Roger Stevens, is a once-in-a-generation talent, a singer, songwriter, pianist, and activist whose artistry transcends boundaries. With a voice that melts into pure soul and piano skills that channel both elegance and passion, Legend has crafted songs that speak directly to the heart. From tender love ballads to anthems carrying weighty social messages, he has earned his place as one of the defining voices of modern R&B and soul. What sets him apart is not just his sound but his rare achievement, the coveted EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, placing him in the ranks of the most versatile and celebrated artists of all time. Legend's rise began in the early 2000s, working alongside icons like Kanye West before stepping into the spotlight with his 2004 debut album Get Lifted. The record gifted the world unforgettable tracks like Ordinary People and Used to Love You, instantly marking him as a new star of contemporary soul. With only his voice and a piano, Ordinary People delivered raw honesty that etched itself into music history. Albums like Once Again, 2006, and Love in the Future, 2013, pushed his artistry further, the latter producing All of Me, a timeless ballad that topped charts across the globe and became one of the most beloved wedding songs ever recorded. But John Legend's impact extends far beyond the stage. A fierce advocate for social justice, he has used his platform to shine a light on humanitarian issues, most notably criminal justice reform through his Free America campaign. His Oscar-winning collaboration with Common Glory, from the film Selma, became more than just a song. It was a stirring call for civil rights and equality, echoing through marches and movements. With unmatched talent, a compassionate spirit, and an unshakable commitment to making the world a better place, John Legend is more than an entertainer. He is a voice of love, hope, and change, an artist whose music doesn't just move people, but moves society forward.
Brent Faze.
Brent Faze, born Christopher Brent Wood, has carved out his place as one of the most captivating voices in modern R&B. With a silky, hypnotic tone and a fearless approach to storytelling, his music carries a dark, sensual, and often controversial edge that sets him apart. He isn't just an artist, he's a phenomenon, winning over a devoted global fanbase through raw authenticity, bold expression, and unflinching explorations of love, desire, and heartbreak. Faze first caught attention in the mid-2010s, and by 2016 his career skyrocketed after the release of his debut EP AM Paradox. That same year, his collaboration with GoldLink and Shy Glizzy on the hit Crew earned him a Grammy nomination and cemented his reputation as a rising star. But instead of relying on features, Brent built his own empire. With projects like Sonder Sun, 2017, and the game-changing EP Fuck the World, 2020, he proved his staying power. Then came Wasteland, 2022, which debuted at No. 2 on the Billboard 200 and delivered massive tracks like All Mine and Gravity featuring Tyler, the Creator. Critics describe his sound as alternative R&B or neo-soul, blending the smooth grooves of classic R&B with modern textures, moody hip-hop influences, and a touch of melancholy. What makes him extraordinary is his fearless honesty. He writes with unfiltered emotion, delving into the darker, messier sides of love, intimacy, and self-reflection. Beyond the music, Brent Faze is also a sharp businessman. By founding his own label, Lost Kids, he claimed independence and full creative control, proving that his vision extends far beyond the studio. With his singular sound, unshakable confidence, and constant evolution, Brent Faze stands as one of the most electrifying forces shaping the future of R&B. So tell us, who's your favorite R&B star of this era? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss our latest stories.